The night the storm rolled in, the woods behind Henry Carter's home came alive with the kind of wind that seemed to whisper warnings. Trees groaned. The windows rattled. And Henry, sitting in his worn leather chair beside the fire, heard something he couldn't ignore, a low, painful screech that cut through the roar of the storm like a cry for help. He grabbed his flashlight and headed into the rain, guided only by instinct and that agonizing sound. 100 yards deep into the trees, soaked and half-blinded, he found it. Small, feathered, and trembling, a barn owl with a bloodied wing tangled in a branch. Its wide, golden eyes stared into his, not with fear, but a silent plea. And that's when Henry, a man who had once known too much pain, made a choice that would change everything. Henry wasn't always alone. He once had laughter in his home. His wife, Mary Ann, had a laugh that filled every room like sunlight. And their daughter, Lucy, was the heart of their world. But after the car accident that took Mary Ann and left Lucy with a spinal injury, the light in their home dimmed. Henry became quieter. Lucy retreated into books and silence. Grief became the fourth member of their household. The owl, whom Lucy later named Whisper, was something unexpected. When Henry brought it home that stormy night, cradled in a towel, Lucy's eyes widened for the first time in months. She wheeled over to it, gentle fingers tracing the edge of its feathers, and whispered, "He's beautiful." They nursed Whisper together, learning from books and online forums. Henry built a perch beside the window, and Lucy would sit for hours, just watching him. Over time, the owl's wing healed, but something else was happening, something Henry couldn't name at first. Lucy began talking more, laughing occasionally, and even asking to go outside in her wheelchair just to be near Whisper in the sun. Neighbors would comment, puzzled, "Shouldn't you release him?" But every time Henry tried, Whisper stayed close. He'd fly a short distance, circle above the house, and return. It was as if the bird knew he was still needed. And he was. One night, nearly a year after Whisper came into their lives, Henry woke to an eerie sound, not the owl's usual soft calls, but frantic screeching, sharp and rhythmic. He jumped from bed, heart racing, and rushed to the living room. Whisper wasn't on his perch. The sound was coming from Lucy's room. As Henry tore down the hallway, he was met by smoke curling beneath her door. The old space heater had shorted out. Flames danced along the curtains, and Lucy, trapped by fallen shelves and frozen with fear, was screaming. Whisper flapped above her head, shrieking, refusing to leave. Henry didn't think. He plunged into the room, wrapped Lucy in her blanket, and dragged her out just as the flames reached her bed. He didn't stop until they were both outside, coughing in the cold night air. Whisper followed, perching on the porch light, his feathers singed but his eyes calm. The fire department arrived minutes later. The house was damaged, but they were safe. Alive. Word of the heroic owl spread fast. Local news picked it up. People wanted to know more, about the bird that saved a girl, about the men who saved the bird. But to Henry, it wasn't a story of heroism. It was a story of healing. Whisper didn't just save Lucy that night. He'd been saving her all along. And in a way, he saved Henry too. In caring for the owl, Henry had found purpose again. In watching Lucy find joy, he rediscovered his own. They rebuilt their home with more light this time, big windows for Whisper to perch beside, rooms filled with plants and laughter again. Lucy began volunteering at a local wildlife center, inspired by what Whisper taught her. She even started walking short distances with assistance, driven by a new determination. As for Whisper, he never left. Not really. He'd fly further now, hunt on his own, but he always came back, each night, to the same window, to the same home, to the family he had chosen. Because sometimes, the ones we rescue end up rescuing us. And in a world where so much is uncertain, Henry learned one simple truth: love, in any form, even with feathers and talons, can be the most powerful healer of all.